to recover the stolen Vedas, to restore Dharma. He has to take his first avatar. The Matsya Avathar. It is said that during the Satya Yuga, the people on earth had become irreligious and disorderly in the way they lived their lives. This is when the gods collectively decided to flood the earth and prepare it for the process of renovation. Lord Brahma, the creator, had been given the guidelines to remodel the earth by Lord Vishnu. Lord Brahma decided to take rest before this grand task as he was quite tired from the process of creation. At that time, a horse-headed demon stole the Vedas from him and hid himself deep in the oceans of the earth. Meanwhile, a pious king named Satyavrata, also called as Manu, who was a great admirer of Lord Vishnu, regularly worshipped Lord Vishnu and wished to meet him. So Lord Vishnu decided to pay a visit to Manu. Once King Satyavrata was performing a sacred ceremony besides a river. While scooping some water from the river to offer to the sun god, he accidentally caught a tiny fish. Satyavrata was ready to release the fish back into the water, but the fish requested otherwise. The tiny fish begged him not to throw it back into the river, as the river had bigger fishes that would prey upon it. To save itself from other predators of the sea, the fish requested the king to take it along with him to his palace. King Satyavrata took pity on the little fish and took it with him to his palace. He placed the fish in a small bowl and he was happy and satisfied that he was able to save the life of the little being. The next day he went to check on the fish and he was surprised to see the fish that has grown larger enough to fill the bowl. Its size had become so large that its movement became restricted. The fish requested the king to move it into a larger vessel as it would not be able to survive in that bowl for long. The king agreed and did the same. But the same night, the fish had overgrown the size of that vessel too. The fish again requested the king to move it to a place big enough to ensure its survival. Satyavrata immediately ordered his servants to carry the fish to a pond. For a moment it seemed like the fish would live there happily. But the next morning, Satyavrata was shocked to see the fish overgrow the size of the pond. This time, the king transferred the fish to the largest lake of his kingdom. But in no time, the fish overgrew the lake too. The king had no other option but to drop the fish into the ocean from where he originally rescued it. When the fish was dropped into the ocean, its size knew no bounds. At that point, Satyavrata understood that it's not a normal species. The fish then revealed himself to be Lord Vishnu and told him that a deluge would occur within 7 days that would destroy all life. The fish told Manu that at the end of that yuga, the mare who lived at the bottom of the ocean would open her mouth to release a poisonous fire. That very fire would burn the entire universe, constellations, and everything. The 7 clouds of doomsday would then flood the earth until everything was a single ocean. Therefore, the fish instructed Satyavrata to build an ark to take all the medicinal herbs, all the varieties of seeds, and accompanied by the 7 saints, along with the serpent Vasuki and other animals. The king, upon understanding the orders of Matsya, began working on gathering everything as told to him. After 7 days, as Matsya predicted, huge clouds appeared in all directions and began pouring on land and sea. The huge waves from the ocean flowed into the land, becoming one with it. Soon there was no land in sight and the entire earth was flooded with water. Matsya tied himself to Manu's ark using Vasuki as a rope and protected them from the storm and the floods. Matsya, with the help of Vasuki, towed the boat across the waters of devastation. They sailed through the turbulent water all through the night. As the flood swept over the land, Manu asked Lord Vishnu why mankind had to meet such a deadly fate, to which Matsya Vishnu told Manu that he was the only moral man alive and that he would be the father of the future generations of men. When the storms ended and the water subsided, Matsya left Manu and the others at the Himalayas where they could begin human civilization again. Finally, Matsya killed the horse-headed demon and returned the Vedas to Lord Brahma. Satya Yuga was then followed by Treta Yuga, which lasted for 12,96,000 years.